trying to hide out and not draw attention to ourselves, we got a message from the king, basically disappointed of, wait, you came back to the city? Why didn't you come see us, friends? And all the entire group just went, oh my god. So we went to have a dinner with the king and his new best friend, a certain dragon we don't like. I remember the king had been dealing with trying to get the Darrow out of the city, and that we did have the opportunity to kind of put forward a piece put forward some, if we wanted to, some recommendation on what he should do next, because he seems to be a bit on the warpath potentially. But we decided not to. He also tried recruiting us to work for him again, but by Liam's honor, we couldn't accept, which many of us didn't want to anyway. It was by Liam's honor. I feel like something else happened that I'm completely forgetting, but that's the main thing that sticks in my mind at the second.
No, that I believe that is mostly it. You got a little fight out of you. You went and did your shopping, trading. You talked to the king and Bachan, and then you made your way back to your caravan, successfully having traded.
And after attending the military parade, of course.
Ah, yes, that was a parade. Also, Stall and Rumperdump gave us stuff which we can use to actually treat our armor and weaponry, so it doesn't just outright melt.
Yeah. For the ensuing battle,
I think
your weapons and armor will be immune to ooze, disintegration.
We got enough for them as well, right?
Yeah.
Yay! We held our end of the bargain.
Yeah, you did. Didn't betray anyone yet.
Wait, we're still being good guys?
Yeah.
It's always so hard to tell we have Gesh with us.
Harsh.
Gesh is not a bad guy.
No, but he's not a good guy either.
He's not.
Well, that's besides the point.
He's not a bad guy, and is anyone really bad? What does it mean?
What does it mean
I like to elect that demons are bad.
We're not so different, you and I.
Exactly. That's a speech we need from Gesh.
That's how you make sure people know you're a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
we just people who want things.
I like to point out that Liam is usually the one who murders people with little provocation.
They're not people, they're monsters.
Is that? I don't know if that's helping your case.
They don't have rights.
Should I respect the will of this creature?
Liam would make a great anti-paladin, I feel.
Like a demagogue. Yeah. We're not people.
Yeah, I don't kill people. They're just not people.
Why you got confused?
Oh, great! Now I'm just imagining the most snobby in the world, elven anti-paladin who just views all the lesser races as not being people. So that's their excuse.
That's like Cyrilla's brother or something.
Weird enough, he didn't get sent away.
Well, her family seems to be a bit of a dick family.
Yeah, your return trip was faster than going there, because now you're a little more secure and a little more believing perhaps that the road is more safe. Beyond that, it's also like some of the way you're followed or like escorted by Dwagar. We're looking for remnants of the refugees you murdered. They certainly spread out into the smaller caves when you place where you killed them all, and go looking for more who might be hiding out. They want to root them all away.
As I said, the king is on the warpath.
He doesn't like it. He thinks they can be the Drow's problem now.
But who's going to deal with the Drow problem?
Yeah. Returning is fairly easy. Like, you don't really have any meaningful encounters. I mean, as usual, there's a little of this, a little of that, but it's actually not that bad. And perhaps this is also because the trade road is fairly straight and without many forks. So when it's cleared, like, it takes a long time for anything bad to really get in there again. When it is like usual travel amounts going on there with caravans and such, then nothing bad really builds up, because when there's like a scorpion or something that gets in there, it gets squished pretty much immediately by one of the caravans. As things rarely get there. Problem. I really sure came when an organized group of giants. That's not something any one caravan wants to. And only really the Dwagar keep the road safe. The Drow use it, but I mean, they're assholes about everything. And they've been busy lately. Who knows? Who knows with what? Returning, the caravan basically, they use the lift to be brought up. They can't really drag that thing up the stairs, driven by the earth. And you are welcomed back to the city with open arms. People here are drilling, and it's clear that the whole village sort of is in arms mode. There are people on the streets and such, but most of the young and able have been recruited to the militia fight. And you don't have to go deliver the weapons or anything. That's sort of being taken care of. But you will be informed that now you're back. You should probably get some rest, and then tomorrow they will hold a war meeting to speak of, basically to confirm that everything is ready.
Liam will also dip his mushroom club in like in some of these spore things to make them, because last time we fought oozes, the cutting them didn't do well. So
Kazook will get to doing his work.
So I presume all of our weaponry that needs it will be protected.
In fact, let's just jump to the war meeting, because it's not like you actually need a full rest right now.
I think we already took a full rest.
Sleeping here is luxury.
luxury.
Is it a sword? Vanity. War meeting. And here we will abstract things a little bit, and I will tell you guys the plan, because that really is much more interesting than hearing all these people discuss who should go when, where, and what. The basic idea is that the temple has been cleansed in the Blight, and attacking from the south is going to seriously shorten the way you have to get to the Pudding King. Otherwise, you would be attacking with the front line, and in such cramped quarters, it's really questionable if you would have the ability to use all your powers to their optimal ability. That would not have been a good place to be. So they certainly suggest you attacking from the south, while the main attack is taking the oozes' attention. It seems like the oozes have a sort of strange intelligence. They're smart enough to behave smartly, but it seems that they sort of share that intelligence. So the more of them are doing stuff, the more stupid they are. Beyond that, they also seem to move towards agitation. And so, with a big attack in the north, your way should be eased up quite a bit. So if you don't have any arguments against that, then that is the plan. You will go in there and try to get the Pudding King, and then really retreat, because when the oozes sort of stop behaving like a coherent unit, they can be picked off without too much issue. It'll take some time, but it can be done more or less safely when they're just sort of oozing about. The rest of the forces will attack in the. Everyone comfortable with that plan?
Sure.
I think so. We've sort of discussed like the gist of it before, I think.
Yeah. You have cleansed Entimog's boon, even before they asked you to, and so the rock mages of Blinkenstone have conjured an earth elemental that will aid you in this battle, meaning the battle for the city, really. After agitating the oozes this much, if the battle is lost, they will likely just spill through and eat everybody. So there isn't really, for them at least, there's no.
We get one
retreat.
shot.
But you can get one of the earth elementals to help you.
Sounds great.
He will be a temporary follower. Where is he? He's around here somewhere.
Somewhere in the great ether.
Yeah. I mean, these follower tokens are so small. There we go.
Could you also bring along Glabagool and the little halfling for the others?
They're still all in the tavern.
Oh, they're in the tavern. Okay. I didn't know where actually people were. So.
Yeah. For this battle, we'll have and his very useful abilities.
I'm gonna click them each to see what they do.
Mm.
So Stone Fist, just when you hit with a melee attack, 9 extra damage every turn?
When you hit with an attack within 20 feet.
Oh, that's true, within 20 feet.
He does a bonus of... It rolls the damage there, so...
Okay, it's 2. Okay, I mean, that's useful for anyone who's going to be in reasonably close range. So basically everyone but Gish.
Another follower that is fairly pointless for me. Yay! Although I like that tank at account.
When you're hit by an attack, they can take the hit instead of your turn.
I think the stone fists are when you do put that on someone who isn't actually in some form of close combat.
Because you got the herbs from your myconid allies, and because you were able to meet them and actually get the herbs without having them be dead in the past, and because you befriended Kazook Peakshine, all your weapons and armor are immune to the ooze disintegrating effect.
Hooray!
For this battle.
Man, I feel like
you spear them in mushroom oil.
Spore it up.
I feel like we've just gotten to the end of an area and we're getting all of those. You did 100% of everything awards.
You know,
that might not be entirely wrong. Of the alchemist.
I'm so happy.
You know the
because you cleared the tradeway and acquired weapons. Real weapons for the Swift Zeppelin, and because you saved Mev Flintnapper, you will be aided in the battle by Deep Gnome skirmishers in all battles leading up to and including the Pudding King. Every attack you hit with, every successful attack roll, deals a +2 piercing damage.
Ooh.
As the skirmishers shoot from behind.
It's great.
Every
it's great for
guy.
attacks a lot.
On every one.
Everyone. That is for everyone. Yeah.
That's is that melee attacks only? Was that or just?
No, I can click the ability. When you hit a creature with an attack roll, add 2 to the damage.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
I can accept that.
That's
As
2 damage straight. On
Mevin and the skirmishers use their crossbows to assist you.
That's awesome.
Because you helped Jadgar cleanse the angry ghost of Blankenstone, the Borrow Warden will also aid you at the opportune moments distracting your foe. He will also, with the Ghost Warden, be he is also global, and his power is that when you fail, one of you, any of you really, fail a saving throw, once per encounter you can reroll that.
So is that one encounter? Oh, one.
He has
person
that
per
ability
encounter?
on him.
Okay.
Anyone can use it, but it's one sprint count.
Yeah. Okay. Still really good.
Because you dealt with the animosity that Deep Gnomes had towards Glabagul, he stayed with you. During this battle, his insight into the ooze kind allows the character whom he accompanies to ignore the special tags and the abilities that oozes have. You don't know exactly what this means, but the oozes here are blessed by the Pudding King and have special abilities. When you have Glabagul as your follower, he does not, the person who has that is not affected by them.
So currently my followers are Ginger and Hammett. I like Ginger, but Hammett is 100,000% useless for me all the time. So I could use someone else.
It's also a note, by the way, since we don't reorder help, we have these two to assign.
I suppose Riordan, you could suggest that Riordan go help the others in the main attack. Do about that. But, yeah. Didn't expect him to be gone.
Yeah, so we have Gus and Glabagul to, of course, assign out.
Maybe we can take Rodan with us. I mean, his
Because you not only dealt with the were-rat threat, but organized an alliance with them between them and the Deep Gnomes, the frontal assault will distract more oozes. You can take advantage of this. You can retreat, take a short rest in between your battles, as you decide when you wish to expend this power, leading up to the Pudding King, by ordering a full attack from the other front. Many Deep Gnomes will die to win you the time you need to take such a short rest. But,
That's fine.
But they will do it to give you one. They need it. When you do, however, for the rest of the battle, they will fight less strongly, and so more oozes will join the Pudding King. Fence.
Yeah, so if we take a short rest, there'll be more things at the end anyway.
I definitely want a short rest.
Because you cleansed the temple and cleaned up the rock blight, your Earth Elemental has also been blessed with sentience for this battle. He will aid you now and be conscious about it. He will throw his life away in an interesting manner if he needs to. If someone dies, he can take the hit instead, and he dies. Of course, this could be a short-sighted thing, but it can at least give someone an extra chance to. Beyond that, you have enough special followers, with him being sentient, that you can earn another short rest, or earn a short rest in a different way. By basically, instead of asking the top front to do more, you can fall back and let your 3 temporary allies here fight on your front to keep the enemies back while you recuperate. You will lose their benefit, as they all sacrifice themselves and die for you, but you will get a short rest without expending the main force and letting more oozes get to the Pudding King, losing their bonuses in exchange for the short. Because I feel it's more interesting that you have 6 encounters leading up to the Pudding King. They are of an easy to medium difficulty.
Okay. 6 is quite the number.
But I mean, the main point is try not to expend many resources for them if you can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, keep resources.
Use as many at will powers or just normal attacks as you can.
Oh yeah, definitely. Blow everything on the Pudding King.
Yes.
Preferably, yes. Or when we're desperate.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But don't do it until then.
We can count on probably 1 short rest at least.
Yeah.
The thing is, I would much rather not have to do 2.
Yeah, same.
You don't want to have to do 2.
We'll struggle on as long as we can.
You can do 2.
Yeah, but we don't
Want
want
to let your elemental, the ghosts will dissipate, expending the energy. The elemental will die and crumble, and the skirmishers will be killed or turned ragged.
It would be nice. It'd be nice if we could do this
one
without losing anyone.
is losing a lot of the militia, and, the badgers and were rats
Badgers.
That's the thing.
and such.
That changes everything.
In the battle, that is the other choice.
It would be nice if
Then
we didn't have to sacrifice.
They will be
people.
less able to distract.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of sacrificing people, but we're gonna need a short rest before the ooze.
As I said, we'll have to use our judgment as we go along, but hopefully we can avoid it as much as possible.
Yeah.
Play smart.
Yeah, they will basically tell you to prepare yourselves. They will begin the attack like when you think you can be ready. Tomorrow, perhaps. They will sign the horns and push forward because more oozes come every day, and the faster they can get this Pudding King killed, dealt with, faster this can stop. The less. Do you have any interjections?
I suppose our main thing is then just okay. So how do we want to handle our various followers we have here then, and like how do we want to handle how we have handling Fargus for this then? Not Fargus, Riordan.
Yeah, I think Riordan should come with us, honestly, because we might not even make it all the way to Pudding King. If there's 6 encounters, we might need to continue the fight next week. It would be weird if he wasn't there.
That's a fair point.
It is a fair point.
But I would suggest that Liam or Roland takes the Earth Elemental.
It's reasonable.
The skirmishers, are they with all of us, or are they assigned?
Skirmishers with all of you.
Okay.
There's a bunch of them, probably like 16, with their crossbows and such that they got now. It's the basically the elite guard of the city are being sent with you. With these weapons, they can help you, and your mission, after all, is the main purpose of this. The gnomes are fairly certain that their aid will be useful to you, even though range weapons are never the best thing against oozes.
Well, DDS, do you have a preference for the rock golem?
I
mean, I'm thinking like pure tactics here. Roland will be the one who is probably consistently hitting, at least. I mean, he has 2 attacks ostensibly, and he moves around a lot, so he has the most opportunity to make the most of it.
Yeah,
like
it's fair because Liam can have problems where he's out of range, but Roland is never out of range ever.
Mm-hmm. And Liam will do power attacks exclusively in there. I suspect oozes are easy to hit. They usually are.
That's fair. So give the damage bonus to me because you can have your own one.
Yeah.
Wait, damage? Well,
we're talking about the elemental's extra damage it deals.
Yeah, sure.
Because since Liam will be power attacking anyway and dealing a mountain of damage, boosting mine a little bit would be nice.
Yeah, that's fine.
I can accept that, and plus the tank it ability is far more likely I'm going to need it than you're going to need it, probably. What I'm imagining.
He can take a lot of injuries.
But the thing is, Liam, you're generally a lot healthier than I am. Even if your DR isn't working on them, okay, it might be acid damage we might be doing, I'm not sure. But you have more hit points, you have more AC.
Oh yeah, that seems fine.
Yeah, so I've added the elemental to my sheet then.
Saving throw reroll. Well, Riordan already has rerolls with his lucky.
The ghost potions are for everyone too.
Yeah,
Oh.
it doesn't need to be with anyone.
You can only expend it once per encounter, but anyone can use it.
Luckily, they're ghosts. They can just kind of come out the floor.
Yeah, basically. They hang around, and then at the opportune moment, they're like, ooh, scary ghost. We're not evil, so we don't hurt people much, but we can be scary.
Boo!
Ooh.
It's very scary.
Take over your body, and then let you do. He'll do the saving throw for you.
Wait a minute. There we go. Oh, that's working. Smack, smack.
Smack.
It's kind of wobbly.
Yeah,
But
it's like
it's
one
big,
of those
you know.
inflatable.
Yes. It's kind of wobbly, but it's heavy up top, so it has a mean impact when you swing it.
Like a flail.
Mushroom mole flail.
Great. Now I'm just imagining a cartoonish flail that's kind of bouncing back and forth.
Like one of those really big ones where you have like a really big handle and a long chain on it, like a Witch King of Angmar sort of thing.
Yeah.
I guess we're good to go.
Right. Well, I'm gonna have you roll some dice for me then, because we need to see which monsters you encounter.
This can't go well.
Or so I need someone. Roll me a d12.
I'll do it.
Fair.
D12 never gets enough.
9.
Why did it have to be number 9, sheep?
Why?
Mighty number 9.
I wonder if I can get a mushroom net to net them. You know?
Like an acid-resistant mushroom net.
Can you net an ooze?
We might just gloop around it.
You need like a plastic bag.
A mushroom net. Mushroom. I'm now just imagining hollowing out a mushroom, actually just putting that on top of an ooze.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm putting your companions to the temple. Fine, please. They're right by where you will be fighting, but not in the way.
I've taken a copy of my followers' active abilities and just put them onto my token.
I have the normal usual suspects.
You know, you're hanging out with Eldith.
And Cinder.
Meanwhile, I have Derendil and now an Earth Elemental.
Big rocky dude. He will say something akin to, "It is an honor to serve with you." He has been granted sentience by Kelador and Gern Smoothhands to aid you in the fight. His existence will end when you win.
Don't have honor.
His life is measured in how long it takes you to fight.
Can't we keep him?
No, his existence only lasts for 24 hours at 100.
Well, we'll have a huge party after this. Send him off.
Yeah. He will do his best to aid you. He will say that you should not grieve for him, for he knows his purpose in life. He will fulfill it.
What do you serve at an elemental banquet?
Two beings who live for ages, for years, for weeks. You cannot imagine how such an existence must be. To have your goals be so far away. He does not envy you.
Wow.
He's honored to fight alongside you. Elder being.
So nobody drop on him the fact that the elves live for centuries.
No, he will break down.
It makes little difference to him. And sure, he's a weak.
I suppose for him it still seems it's kind of different between for us, like between 1,000,000 years and 1,000,000,000 years. It's like it's too far to comprehend.
As the stones are broken down by him, help you break in to it. Of course, he's only able to really fight with you because you got Entermont's Boon, which allows elementals to be conjured for 24 hours instead of concentration up to like 10 minutes, which would just allow them to clear your way here. As you can move in. Now, the place is full of oozes, not depicted because that would be really bothersome. But most of them are small and just sort of gelatinously pushing north, where you can hear like the distant echo of battle and the strange stones being hit by the sort of Neblin to echo the fight.
Yes. All right. So where do we need to go?
As you can enter the battle. We will simulate the battle. Basically, the fights you have are representative of the fights in the different areas. The southern area here will have 2 battles. Move on to that. Enemies appear according to the counter. You can sort of place yourself in the cave as you wish. The oozes are coming from above, so you can use the features that are here. The water is shallow, you can be in it. Difficult terrain. If you retreat back out, then you will need to sacrifice someone to take short rest, or effectively abandon the city. And, I mean, it's not you don't live here. You can leave
Would be a
anytime.
perfect
Really.
betrayal. We just leave now. It's like, nah, we're done.
Declare the
Go.
full charge and then go
Yeah.
Cylon.
Well, if they're coming from the north,
They are not. They're coming from above.
above. Oh, okay.
Yes, they are filling the cracks and such everywhere, and they will drop down
Oh wait.
in the cave system.
Gotcha.
I'm happy where I am, I guess.
I mean, when they're falling from above us, it's kind of difficult to plan in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
What about if we went here, because there's just a bit more room
Sure.
going about it.
Fight
you
your
know?
way in.
Doopy-doopy-doo.
These gnomes really need to work on their plumbing. The ceiling's leaking everywhere.
Then I will roll your initiative. See in what go.
I can't get finger muncher.
I
No
will
one
start
just finger munch.
gain attraction, no matter what its initiative is. Dropping them down.
Leave us quick.
You know, we missed an opportunity here because Gesh could have been in this square.
Bubbly ooze.
He probably would have been.
But why? Which square?
Symmetry.
No! I want him in front.
Those chaos.
I mean, they're falling from above, literally, like on the ceiling, Gesh.
Yeah, but I'm like in a nice archway. You know what they say about earthquakes and like
It's,
doors?
Ah!
Oh
the
my
oozes
god.
of beginning to-
Okay, I give you that. That was a good place not to be.
Hi there!
Liam.
As
you can
oozes,
have
little
the-
grey ones, but they seem to be very sort of full of like big bubbles that sort of stuck in them as they've eaten something that apparently is hard for them to digest. Beyond that, in the water, sort of from it, reaches up a very, very big ooze and has sort of a little multicoloration in it, as it seems to just like find other oozes and then just cannibalize them, eating them. Yeah, I mean, Liam's probably walked in here, power attacking a few oozes, like squishing them. As these ones, basically, these ones are the ones that don't just like mindlessly float about. They have been given the sentience that they share here, and they're coming for you. Sort of pinpoint which ones are moving with an aim and a purpose. Liam?
Well, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Well, it was difficult terrain, so I can't really reach it. However, Liam will move here and sort of prepare to attack this creature, I suppose.
I will know that it has reach.
How much reach?
10.
Okay. See, so can reach me there? No, he's shot. Well,
Still safe.
I'm safe. So that was 20. We can go one more, or is it does it cost to step into the area?
Yes, it costs a step.
Alright, then I can't move anymore.
Free to step out.
In that case, Liam will go here, and he will cast a spell.
Mhm.
Because even if I cannot reach it, I can somewhat prepare for battle. And so he will cast Mirror Image.
Oh,
Yes.
How many Liams are there?
one of the
Well-
fantastic spells that does not require concentration.
Exactly. That's what's good about this. It does not, so I can get hit and not lose it.
Yeah.
Well, let's see here. I haven't used this in 5th edition, actually. 3 duplicates. No, wait. 3 illusionary duplicates of yourself. Okay.
Mhm.
Yep, so I have 3 copies.
And then when you get attacked, you can roll like a
I will see which one they
thing.
attack. Let's see here.
You get to roll a d20, and then if you roll above a certain amount, depending on how many you have, they will instead proof a clone.
Yeah, it's like we have done. They just use a d20 instead.
Yeah.
All
right.
I'll add in my label that I have.
Yeah, well, like an aura or something. What does it look like?
Well, Liam, wielding the mighty mushroom maul, steps forward to this creature, and as he moves, you see him holding on one of his hands, and he does like little symbols with his fingers, as like it looks like Geralt when he casts spells. If you've seen The Witcher, like he does signs with his fingers, and like small runes float around him, and then it sort of blurs a little bit, and then suddenly there is more Liams around him, moving and acting exactly as he does. Indistinguishable from the real thing.
Yeah.
Confusing the
Like
use, presumably.
He's not very smart.
No, it's not. It's not.
He's not very smart.
All right.
Yeah.
That is. I'm done.
I'm gonna rule that even though it does use blind sight, it still does not. It still sees illusion. It does not have true sight.
Okay.
That seems fair, right? That
Thank
seems
you.
fair. It's not.
I didn't even consider the blind thing.
They're not shitty illusions. Reorder. Does anyone want to take his actions, or do you want to have him just like?
I mean, I suppose we could take them.
Does anyone have an insight in his spell repertoire generally?
I have a decent idea. I talked to Valky a decent bit.
Do you want to take control of Riordan?
Spend all he has now.
I'm very conservative on using his resources, but may I at least do
Yeah, I mean that seems fair. But he could save your skin.
But if nothing else, I can have him be Gatling gun with some things.
I mean, it's just the cutting words and the luckies and whatnot. There's some good stuff here. I feel.
I'll put your pens in the special companions in the middle here.
Oh, where does Roland want to go? By the way, where is he indicating to Liam that he is going?
I will probably attack the oozes to like our top left.
All right. Well, Nix will assist over here.
Let's see, Riordan. I suppose that for now we can just we can at least take some test shot at some things.
Mm-hmm. See how difficult they are.
Mm-hmm. As Riordan will shoot the one that Nix isn't helping at the top, so the one on the left.
Number 5.
Yep. Who's 5?
Let me just see if he's got a specific button for. Yes, he does. I don't know if this one works. This one's the one that works, but we'll see.
Yeah. Ooh, that looks like 2 hits.
It isn't the one he normally uses, but it works.
10 and 8. That's a good damage. And then plus the skirmishing.
Only sort of works because it doesn't add his charisma.
As I said, that isn't the one he usually uses. I just don't know trying to find which button that is. He's got it on his token.
Doesn't add his charisma.
I imagine it's the Eldritch Blast.
Oh, I see the one. It doesn't make a difference in this case because they're both hits.
Yeah.
But yeah, I found the button now. I just didn't see the button before.
Which is 22. As the ooze is it's just shot and explodes as the quarrels from the skirmishers.
Okay, that's a good sign.
As it gets hit and sort of explodes, you see one of the arrows pierce one of the bubbles as it just like poof, becomes a cloud of gas around it.
I mean, that's a good sign.
I don't think the cloud of gas around it is a good sign.
The fact we can kill it so quickly is a good sign.
This is over here. Seems
Good
to
luck,
almost
Gesh.
reveal the gas that's inside of it. Rolling.
I was just approaching. Okay. In which case... Sure. Let's test out how elements work on these creatures, because that's a good thing to find out as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go ahead and use one of my spells upon the bubbly ooze with Nyx helping.
Mm-hmm.
I have advantage on this attack. For 13.
13 hits.
There's that. I only get one attack this turn because I'm testing. Also, I admittedly have that.
All right. So that would be 16 fire. Tell you that fire is halved.
Okay, so the fire is resisted, and then 14 bludgeoning.
14.
Did you have the +2 piercing?
And the +2 pierce.
16 physical, as it that is enough to poof it.
Okay.
Cough.
Okay. Resisting the fire I kind of expected, but you know, it's good to check these things early on.
Yeah.
Yep, and I'll merely step to here after.
Sure. One's down here. Their movement. Gosh.
Well, I'm not wanting to spend any resources here. Fingermuncher will go help Liam up there.
Mm-hmm.
And Gash will blast the ooze he's standing next to, because surely it's not going to explode or anything.
Sure.
17 and 25. Actually, really good
Both
damage.
hit.
Which comes out as a total of 15 and 17 damage.
Oh yeah, from the extra piercing.
As
Nice.
it too explodes in gas.
Did
Releasing
it need both attacks to kill?
I don't think 15 was enough to kill it.
Yeah, I think.
as it explodes in a burst of gas. When it reaches 0 hit points, it releases a 10-foot radius of noxious gas, dealing 6 damage to all within it. You must now pass a Constitution save, that's you and Cyrilla, or be poisoned. The end.
No. Gash's mother always said should have been a green dragonborn. Poison comes up so more often than acid. No. 21.
You're not poisoned, but you both.
See, you're fine.
Gas. Really?
Well. I am going to use one of the new fancy cantrips. I'm going to use Toll of Dead on the Bubbly
this
Graves
one.
floor.
Uh-huh.
So, DC 14 Wisdom, which I think that they're gonna be shitty at, and 16 damage. So that's max roll on that, actually.
Yeah, I wanted like a build all about that using the deaf clerics.
Yeah.
Well, it's not an attack roll. You should not get the skirmishers.
Oh, that's
Sure.
a shame.
Yeah.
Did it seem to resist the necrotic?
No.
Okay, that's good for me to know. Because I can switch necrotic damage.
And,
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
I'll come up north a bit though. Oh, I was gonna move up here to actually protect Riordan.
You can move there.
It doesn't change much for the ooze.
No, but it might attack me
People.
instead.
Nick's shooting his own. This one. Which is over here. And we'll try to ooze at Liam. Very oozy.
All right. Alright, let's see if it hits one of my things. I roll a d4 on a 1, it's Liam.
Sure.
It's Liam.
All right. And I will add the acid damage.
Oh god.
Acid
What
deals
the
8
fuck?
physical and 26
How we could have this attack not hit actually,
Yeah, that might be.
because actually, Oos, you look like
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a good insult in prepared for this.
That
Your mother
still
was a
hits
puddle.
him.
Make his attack roll into an 18.
That still hits him. Yeah.
Which I will then shield. Yep.
The
All
attack
right.
misses.
Well, sadly, he doesn't get to do it. It was not super. Liam,
That's a good roll on the cutting words, though.
Yeah, I
that's
was
a massive
frightening.
amount of
I
just
like that.
poisonous acid.
Um,
Almost reaches you.
Yeah, we now know how dangerous these things are.
Liam will step forward
Clubbing ooze.
and he will club the ooze.
All right.
Advantage on the first attack. Oof, that's a bad roll. 1 hit, I think,
Yes.
and 22 bludgeoning.
22. 22?
22.
21, right?
23.
Hmm?
What,
21 plus
yeah,
2.
21 bludgeoning and 2 piercing.
Oh yeah, 2 piercing. Yes. So 21 plus 2. So
All right. Now, you bludgeon it. Which
Yes.
it does take.
yes, I remember
Actually, it does
fighting
take
black
piercing.
rings.
23. Splattered. The oozing form. Now, for every hit you hit this ooze, because of its corrosive form, take a d8 worth of acid damage. It splashes on you.
Oh yeah, I remember that being a
That's
thing.
that's very rude.
It's very rude. Right. Well, that's all I wrote.
Sure. Riordan?
Well, I suppose he can help clear up the situation here with Cyrilla. Though I don't like the fact that he's going to be here when the poison goes off, but there's not a lot we can really do, as I just want him to withdraw, which isn't really action worth. So I guess he'll blast the ooze right in his face.
All right. 2 hits.
Which is then
18.
It's not the best in the world. That's a thing. I want to spend his other stuff, so I think that would be it.
Rolling.
And then here, with this, I suppose... Liam, you can tank it for now.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't get more of those like 30 plus damage hits on me, I'll be fine.
Yeah, Roland will move into here. He's going to first... let's see. I'm going to first swing into... It doesn't really matter which way around I do this properly. It might. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and swing my my radiant sword at the ooze on my left first. So number 7.
Yep.
Which is a 14 to hit
That hits.
for 14 damage. And then I'm going to stab at the other one with my short sword, which is piercing damage.
Yep. The little ones seem to be too small to really really make a difference between different types of weapons. You just murder that thing.
Mm-hmm.
he releases his gas burst. Riordan doesn't take it because Labagool makes every one of the oozes think that he's an ooze too.
That's-
Sigrilla and Roland take 6 damage,
I feel like I failed that.
poisoned until the
I think I'm good.
Yep.
And Roland can't withdraw, though he will step up here to allow people to shoot better.
Yeah. Who's here? Just here. And then try to ooze at Roland. Pseudopod.
He misses.
14. We have one
Thank-
down here.
Yeah, thankfully he misses.
Over here. And ooze at Gesh.
Misses.
Gesh.
Well, Gash can't ooze, but he can certainly shoot back, which he will do.
First one will kill it.
Good. Then I guess I'll roll.
Gesh to take 7 damage and a con save. Poison.
I'll do that first, then. Con save. That's a 5.
He is poisoned until the end of his next turn.
That's fine. That does, however, mean I'm poisoned for my second attack as well.
Which will be
Do
11.
you want me to reroll or use the one I rolled?
I'll reroll.
Okay, I'll attack.
It's either the big one or the weakened one near us. Either.
I mean, the weakened one, I'd ooze 2 people. I guess that's fine. I'll guess we'll attack that one.
Right, it has cover.
Well, I won't save him because I have disadvantage anyways.
Loaded. Causing damage to people. 6 points of damage. Roland is really again pops into a gas bubble.
I think the Muncher will continue doing his thing, and that's my turn.
Right. We've got a little bit of healing to do, actually. So...
Not too much damage out yet, though.
No, but I might as well keep on top of it.
Alright.
So I will come and cure wounds, Roland. And get a little pick me up myself.
I suppose it's also self-healing for you, yes.
Do you want a Shield of Faith, Jonas?
I don't know if it's worth spending
You
it.
already cast one spell. Can't do it.
Oh, that's true.
I don't think it's worth. I don't think it'd be worth spending it.
No, I thought I'd ask, but I can't cast it anyway. So.
You can move again, but otherwise you're done, I think.
I'm fine.
You get rid of the poisoning.
I sure can.
This one will try to do what it does at Liam, really. I mean, not
Being a big blob of doom.
I need to stop this.
hit
That's a hit.
for 12 physical and 20 acid.
Yeah.
The massive acidic thing just like